because I kind of feel like I've been exiting a little bit. Like I've been exiting, thinking that I'm like ready to pack my bag and leave this earthly realm. And I see that I'm not going to leave. So I want to bring my energy back here to the earth. I choose to live my life, to really live my life powerfully, very powerfully, consciously, intentionally, with devotion, really, towards that which I truly value and feel is the most true. That's why I'm here. Yet, for the last week or so, I feel as though I was packing my bags and really wanting to go, exit. I don't need to continue this journey with me. And I also see that my longing to go home, to exit this human realm, is not serving, because here I am. So, what kind of character am I going to be? How will I live this human life while I have it? Because I choose not to waste it. One of the ways I will live it is by being courageous, to be real and to be raw and to be honest. True leaders of love, they're honest. And they're not trying to be honest or vulnerable because they want to get something from you or be praised for their vulnerability. They're just vulnerable and own their experience. Like by owning it doesn't own us. By me owning what I'm going through and admitting it, and it can no longer chain me and imprison me. So something I've been going through is this feeling today, especially around feeling a little bit defeated and sad, around realizing that I really do have a lot of the PMDD symptoms. The PMDD is a stronger form of PMS symptoms, which affects kind of a smaller percentage of women, but it's a diagnosis. I think it might be a mental disorder, but it's also very physical. PMDD is primarily, it affects a lot of people that have, probably some sort of hormonal imbalance, but also if someone has trauma or CPTSD symptoms, then anybody who has CPTSD or trauma would sometimes be more susceptible to having PMDD. And PMDD is basically kind of like a very debilitating form of PMS. It comes with it even has like suicidal ideation or whatever you call that, where when we get into this part of the cycle, it can be so heavy that the mind even goes to those places. And it's also incredibly like self-critical, and it's very, very hard to focus on one thing, to concentrate, and just this general feeling of feeling very overwhelmed. And so as I hear about the symptoms of PMDD, I recognize myself in all of them. I am not one to want to admit my weaknesses, or I consider like a challenge or a pain or a hurt kind of like a weakness, this is an interesting part of my shadow that I've discovered. it's that if there's a part of me that is hurting or challenged, it's like instead of admitting it and being like real and raw about it, sometimes I feel a little upset that it's there, and then I kind of feel angry about it, and then I sometimes like have shut down and shut out, like I push away people, I shut out people, and I just like self isolate at this time a lot because I feel like I'm in so much pain and hurt too that I really don't want anybody to be affected by it. And I feel there's a part of me that feels challenged in sharing this because I don't want to be seen as someone that is struggling. I want to be strong. But the truth is that so many people that are so incredibly strong, they struggle too. And it's what we do with the struggles that defines our strength. And if I dwell in my struggle, if I let it take me down and bury me, if I let it completely destroy my life and take me away from everything bright and beautiful, and if I let my struggle keep me from doing what I love, then yes, I'm really defeated. But that's not the case because I'm so empowered to take action and to create the life that I choose, even with this PMDD symptoms and this diagnosis PMDD. And I don't want it to sound like I'm going to box myself in and limit myself to this. However, the reality is that this human experiences all of the PMDD symptoms every single month for like 9 days before I bleed. It happens. I feel sometimes like a completely different person for these 9 days before I bleed. And it's sometimes very difficult to keep a normal life and to have friendships and sustain them. And I mean, I do have good friends, and I know that there are people that love me. And the truth is that I push a lot of people away. Now, a leader of love, I'm not trying to put myself in the box of a leader of love either, but I do feel like I am here to lead myself and the world into that which is the most true, and that is love. So, a leader of love, I guess I will say, I feel like I would be joyful to accept the the responsibility to be a leader of love. And what do I need to do? What have I not been doing that I probably need to be doing that's going to support me? It's to just own that I do this and I isolate, and I do it so much to a point where I get a little scared that it's going to keep me down and stuck in like a prison. And I don't want that for myself, and I don't want that for anybody. Because I'm here to serve, and I'm not here to be. Yeah, I also have this really critical voice at this time of my cycle. So I'm in the PMDD right now. Like, I'm in this part of my cycle before I bleed. It's the most challenging part of my cycle. It's when I, yeah, find it very difficult to uh, relate with other humans, to talk and collect my thoughts, to think positively or in a more optimistic way. And even with saying that, I find myself feeling pretty optimistic because I see that I have potential to let this be, to let this obstacle, to let this challenge ultimately be what is like my stepping stool to my greatness, to my power, to finding my true voice. I'm noticing I have like a lump in my throat from holding in my tears and not wanting to cry because I have this harsh, critical voice saying it's so weak to cry. Don't break down. I'm not here to dwell in sadness. I'm not here to be addicted to these drama hormones and chemicals, but I am here to be honest and say that I'm still recovering from things. I'm still recovering from traumas and from conditionings and programs that I picked up along the way that are just not authentic and true and real. And I'm working on releasing them. I'm working on feeling safe in my body. I'm working on feeling regulated. I'm working on developing trust in myself again, that I got my back and I'm not going to hurt myself or betray myself or abandon myself for anything or anyone. I'm working on healthy discipline and structure. And I'm choosing to show up transparently and in an honest way because I don't see any other option. What is it worth being on this platform of YouTube if I'm not even gonna be real with you? I'm just gonna bring you the parts that my ego deems worthy of love, when really it's all so worthy of my love. It's all so worthy of my love. And this is the truth about you too, by the way. Everything that you feel that is challenging, that you might be resisting or trying to get away from, or the things you might be hiding, all of these things, they're worthy of your love. And if you feel deeply alone or lonely, I feel you. You're not alone in that feeling. It's a very human feeling. And it's natural, and I just want you to know that I love you. And I know how painful it can be. I really know. So well. Feeling completely stuck and held hostage by my own overly critical mind. The first step is owning and admitting the challenges we're going through, and humbly asking for help, admitting that perhaps we're not meant to do it all alone. On a planet with over 8 million humans, perhaps we're not meant to do it all alone. Perhaps it's okay to have help and to share what we're going through with others, versus try to portray some image that human beings just feel only one thing or feel. I'm a very versatile human. I feel everything. Yeah. I know that I create my reality. And I know that I'm here for healing. Healing meaning undoing the errors, deconditioning, deprogramming, undressing all the layers that are not me, that are not true to the essence of who I really am. And I'm here to let the essence of who I really truly am shine forth on this earth. And I'm here to bring my voice, to bring my truth, to bring my tears and my laughter and my power to this platform and to the world. I speak quietly right now simply because that's where I'm at. And I will not crumble. I will rise and I will thrive. I am resilient. I am capable, and so are you. This is my message for anyone going through mental health challenges, going through health trouble, like if you're having health scares or battling some sort of illness, just know that you got this, even though it's hard, even though it's scary. Even in the moments when you feel really defeated, you got this. We got this. I reach out my hand to you, letting you know that you're not alone. My hand is here, open, to remind you that you're not alone in your struggle. And our heart's courage is what will get us through. Thank you. My intention is to make a raw, real video every day, just talking. It'll be different every day. And this is video 1. See you tomorrow for video number 2.